right, so it's time to go piece by piece through our brick and look at how the set stacks up. I apologize, I'm a little exhausted here. I'm trying to get through this. So what we rate our figures on in a set when we go piece by piece is competitive play, casual, or sealed. So we kind of rate those three things. You know, if it's not competitive, it's casual, but sometimes a casual or competitive piece will find more use in sealed. With that said, let's go elbow deep into Batman the Animated Series. Alright guys, away we go with Batman the Animated Series. We always go commons to super rares. That's how set numbers work. So we're going to start with figure number 001. Of course, the man of the set, Batman. Batman family, Gotham City, and detective keywords. Ignores elevated and hearing for movement. And it's a very what you see is what you get for 50 point style. He's got stealth, and he's a very close combat focused character with Indomitable and 5 range. Now, if you take a look through the set, and I'll say it now, in sealed, this guy's going to be great because he's close combat focused and ignores hindering. He's going to be pretty pivotal because this game is going to go close in sealed. Casual play mostly because that's where a lot of the common end figures, and this is no exception here. But overall, pretty good, solid 50-point Batman. All right, next up. Figure number 002, Robin. This is Dick Grayson, Batman family and Gotham City keywords. Also ignores elevated and hindering for line of for movement. For 35 points, you get a Batman ally with 4 range, sidestep, some evasion powers, and he comes, like I said, 35 points. Not a bad inclusion in sealed. Going to be a great part of your Batman family for Perplex. And yeah, just a really fun Robin to have back up that 50-point Batman. All right. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera there, folks. Next up, we have the Joker, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld keywords. What does this smell funny to you, Bats? Oh, geez, I do the worst Mark Hamill Joker ever. All right, so he's got special power. Does this that I just said in a very bad Mark Hamill Joker voice, which gives him smoke cloud. In addition to that, free, make a close attack targeting opposing character occupying a square with his smoke cloud marker, regardless of adjacency. Instead of normal damage, give a hit character an action token. So what this is effectively a 6-range incapacitate. With a 30-point probability control Joker with Batman enemy team ability. This is an auto include and sealed for sure. That smoke cloud power can go a long way towards extra action tokens if you can't get within that 4 range. Plus, it's very sneaky in the way that smoke cloud works. You can actually like get guys around the corner with that. So yeah, not a bad 30-point inclusion on your sealed or casual teams, and might even see some competitive play at that point value, to be brutally honest. All right, next up. Poison Ivy, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords, ignores hindering for movement. She's got a special trait, Pretty Poison. Gives her poison, and Poison Ivy has protected poison. So she can poison, and then she doesn't take any damage from poison. She's 40 points. Good including the common slot for probably useful in sealed play because that Perplex will go a long way. Great for your Gotham City fun teams. Batman enemy, so you can get the attack higher if you have better Batman enemies around her. 40 points, not a bad figure. All right, next up, the Suited Henchman. Now, you're going to see this card come up a lot in the set. He's got the Gotham City Underworld keyword, and then he's got a trait, and I'm going to say this in the weirdest voice ever. I'll round up some guys. That was the worst. I apologize. Suited Henchman does not count for or against a theme team. When Suited Henchman starts the game, roll a d6 to determine his starting click, and then you look at it. They're all one-click dials, but you roll randomly to see what you get. So you might... You'll see some interesting stuff. And that gives you the click number for which you roll. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad. I mean, you're going to include him at some point for 5 points to up your character count in some cases. Also, some of the characters in this set really tee off on these guys, or off of these guys. So could be an include with those guys. All right, next up, we have Alfred, Batman family and Gotham City keywords. A special movement power. I'll accompany you anywhere, Master Bruce. Sidestep. When an adjacent friendly character named Batman is given a move action after resolutions, you may place Alfred adjacent to that Batman. So if you actually start with that 50-point Batman, you get this Alfred. He's good to have because he also packs some enhancement and some empower and then some late dial support for a 20-point. Yeah, I'd put him in sealed. I don't think any key teams in competitive play are currently teeing off of Batman, but if you can find a way, I'd say do it. And of course, he'll work in those Batman-themed casual teams. All right, next up, Leslie Thompkins. Excuse me. Gotham City politician keywords. When Alfred's bandages won't do, she's got support. When Leslie Thompkins uses it, To target a character with the Batman family keyword, you may roll a d6. If the result of that roll is less than the target's current click number, increase the result of support's roll to heal +1. So she gets a little extra support on a random die. 15 points for support across the entire dial with some sidestep to start. And she's got a really reasonable attack to go with her support. Yeah, she's got some places in those teams that will need a character who heals. For absolutely sure. And sealed, I mean, having that support can throw somebody off really hard. All right, next up, we got Two-Face. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, and Politician keywords. 2 sides to the coin. When Two-Face hits an attack, modified damage +1 for each 2 in the attack roll. His attack roll of double 2s has all targets become hit. That's gonna work for me in Sealed, that's for sure. And here's this Gotham City crime boss, which you're gonna see a couple times. Leadership and Mastermind. When Two-Face uses leadership and succeeds, instead of removing an action token, you may generate a figure number 5 suited henchman. When placing the suited henchman, roll for its trait to determine its starting click. So he has this dial with traded, 75 points. This dial with traded leadership and Mastermind will go a long way. And when he rolls his leadership, you can make one of your suited henchmen, and his 2s are good. So yeah, not a bad figure, not a great figure. Sealed, fun, casual fun. I think he might have some potential as a competitive call-in with the Arkham Asylum files that we got. All right, next up. Figure number 009, Mr. Freeze. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords. Victor Freeze's real name. Too hot, too cold hero? I'm not doing an Arnold impression for that. Outwit, but only to target characters with action tokens. And if the target has 2 action tokens, you may choose an additional power. So double outwit against people with 2 action tokens. Outwit against people with an action token. Generally reasonable stats, 75 points. Pretty good character. It would be nice to fit him if you pull him in Sealed. Casual play is going to have some incapacitate is one of those if and or buts powers, especially when you got a 3 damage with it. It's kind of iffy here and there. You got to really choose your target on that one. He also has some late dial barrier. All right, next up we have the Ninja. League of Assassins, Assassin, and Martial Artist keywords. The Ninja style comes in many forms. Stealth. Ooh, I'm exhausted. At the beginning of your turn, for all characters with this trait, choose a standard power. Oh, sorry, this is the... Yeah, I said that already. For all characters with this trait, choose a standard power Ninja has printed on his card. This turn, all friendly characters with this collector number and Ninja bystanders can use that power. Ninja bystanders, eh? 25 points, 3 clicks. And, okay, here's the beauty of it is... Sometimes some of your ninjas might take a little damage. It might be on a different click of the dial. So you might just need a power across the dial on the ninjas. So you might need charge when a bunch of them are showing leap climb. You might need precision strike when a bunch of things are not letting you through with their damage modifiers. You might need blades to maximize that damage. It's up to you, but this is a really interesting card. I think this might surprise some people. We'll see how it goes and how you get them out, but it's worth a good look and a good consideration for the Ninja. All right, next up. Commissioner Gordon. Figure number 11, Gotham City Detective and Police keywords. Non-lethal force is a special attack power. Incapacitate when Commissioner Gordon uses it. After resolutions, roll d6 on a 4 to 6, give a target an action token. So you could potentially give 2 action tokens with his Incapacitate, which he has for his 3-click 35-point dial with the PD team ability. Leadership on a 35-point character goes a long way now, so it's worth having him. Could make police teams good, could make detective teams good, Gotham City teams. Probably not going to see competitive play, but this is going to be a fun character on a lot of really cool Gotham City teams. Okay. Next up, Detective Harvey Bullock. Gotham City Detective and Police keywords. He's got a 4-click dial for 30 points with the PD team ability. Perplex in the middle dial. This is an okay figure. I'm probably not going to lean on it for Sealed. It's not a first choice for Sealed. Going to be a casual figure for sure. PD team ability goes a long way in general. But I don't think Harvey Bullock adds as much as, say, Commissioner Gordon. So... but yeah, in general, I like this character as a comic book character and a cartoon character, but I'm not sure about his place in play. All right, next up, Catwoman, Batman Family, Gotham City Sirens, and Gotham City Underworld keywords. This is a common. I got to hold my breath or take a deep breath on this one, but she also ignores elevated and hindering for movement. So give me a second here. Playing both sides. Once per force, when Catwoman is KO'd, do not remove her from the game. Instead, after resolutions, place her in the square she last occupied on her starting click. She is now friendly to your opponent's voice. This character is scored by the current opponent each time it's KO'd. This is a 40-point dial with pretty reasonable stats. Batman, enemy Batman, ally, team ability, 3 range, perplex on the first 2 clicks, and then flurry blade super senses. I think this package for 40 points is pretty good. She is unique, so she's not going to be confusing things at all. And in a general sense, I don't think it's discounted enough. I think it makes more sense as a 35 point. But this is going to see a lot of play in sealed. This is going to see a lot of play in casual constructed. That's for sure. There might be a place for this figure in constructed. It just depends on whether or not we get more Arkham IDs that apply to her. Oh, man. All right, next up. Figure number 14, Harley Quinn. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Sirens, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords. A whole bunch crazy and a pretty little package. It's her trait. At the beginning of your turn, you may roll a d6. If you do, turn Harley Quinn's dial to that click number. She does not return to her initial click. So she's got a 6-click dial that works with that. Very colorful, 65 points. This is one of those things, if your opponent doesn't do 6 points of damage to her, you roll a die and she's on a different click. You kind of have to kill this figure in one turn or one series of goes, or she will start to become a pain in the butt. Not bad for 65 points. Very definite sealed, definite casual, maybe see competitive play, especially with the ID card. All right, next up, DD. Gotham City, Underworld, and future keywords. Ignores hindering and characters for movement. After you, DD is her special movement power. Sidestep with passenger 1, but only to carry characters named DD. Modify attack +1 if adjacent to another friendly character named DD. Special damage power and power shape change, but only if adjacent to a friendly character named DD. I have to watch Batman Beyond again because I believe that's where this is from. Yep, it's confirmed. 45 points. If you can get a couple of these, they can be really obnoxious with shape change and super senses off of the first 3 clicks. Well, if you pull 2 and sealed, do it. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I would like to see how DDs stack up in competitive play, though they probably won't, given the current environment of the competition. She may have future in there. I like this character a lot, though. It's really cool. I like characters that tee off of each other when you have multiples of them. All right, the keynote of the common slot, Mr. Batman Beyond. This is your must-play for sealed if you pull him. Batman Family, Gotham City, Armor, and future keywords. Ignores hindering for line of fire, which is extremely important in this set, given how much stealth is in there. The voice of experience, beginning of your turn, you may choose 1. Blaze Claws, Energy, Explosion, Incapacitate, Steal Energy. Batman Beyond can use the chosen power until your next turn. It's a great selection of powers because he flip-flops between close and range attack. He's Indomitable, flies, 6 range with 2 targets, 100 points with a Batman team ability, and a very what you see is what you get dial of really solid powers. Definite play and sealed, really strong figure point for your constructed play. Not so much on the competitive market, but that happens in the common slot a lot lately. You'll see some support characters like that Joker we talked about earlier, but I apologize for the moving camera, guys. I'm a little bit bumpy on it, to say the least. All right. The Riddler, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, Legion of Doom, keywords. Now, this is the coolest character ever because let's check this trait. Guess again, Batman. When the Riddler is attacked, you may guess if the attack roll will be odd or even. If your guess is correct for the finalized attack roll and the attack would hit, he evades the attack instead. It's a 50-50 chance of not even being hit for a 50-point character that flip-flops between outwit and prob. You get control of that essentially, and if you can pull off a 50-50, I'm not gonna get hit, this guy is going to be the most obnoxious thing in the world. Characters like that, they're either really good or really bad in the end. All right, Renee Montoya, Gotham City, Detective and Police keywords. This is a crime scene. I'll need statements. Is her special movement power. This is a really cool power. Sidestep. Opposing characters within 3 squares in line of fire must roll for breakaway when moving as if they were adjacent to Renee Montoya. They can still automatically break away. She has that on her first 2 clicks with enhancement and the PD team ability. A good combination of powers to have. She's also 30 points. If you have a range attacker, you need a whole lot of damage coming out of her. She's going to be great. A sealed must if you have a range attacker. Heck, a sealed must if you want to defend somebody with that 3 square stoppage. And PD team ability goes a long way. And so her late dial's pretty combatant for sealed play for sure. Definite casual play. Wish she fit into the competitive market, to be really honest. All right. Next up, Alfred Batman family, Gotham City. Special defense power, can I be of service, Master Bruce? Unique modifier, if Alfred is adjacent to a character named Batman, modify both of their defenses by +1. Special damage power, I always believed in you, Bruce. Perplex. Unique modifier, when Alfred uses it to target a friendly character with the Batman family keyword, after choosing the combat value, you may roll a d6. If the result is less than the target's click number, you may instead choose modify the chosen combat value by +2. And then he comes with that, with sidestep on the first 2 clicks, all of his special powers on the first 2 clicks, and his last click has support for 25 points. Slightly different than the first Batman, or Alfred, both very usable, but this one, slightly more useful because he's got the Batman family requirement as opposed to full-blown Batman, though the extra Batman defense goes a long way in general. All right, next up, Commissioner Barbara Gordon, Batman family, Gotham City, future and police keywords. This is from Batman Beyond. I know all of the old tricks, kid. Incapacitate, power. Friendly characters with the police keyword within range can use ignore hindering for line of fire, and that's a 5 range. She's also got leadership and enhancement. Another good include, let's like Renee Montoya in your sealed pool. Just a general great character for a police or Gotham City keyworded team. Very good support character in general. Not bad. All right. Kyodai Ken is our next character. He's got Assassin and Martial Artist, ignores elevated and hindering from movement, a worthy opponent. Stealth, when Kyodai Ken attacks, character of equal or more points, modify attack by +1. He's got Sleep Gas Gun, free once per game, will give each adjacent opposing character an action token. So he can take a free action once per game and give all his opponents an action token. That is very strong and sealed. For a character that's very hard to hit in close combat and sealed, and because he's traded stealth, he'll go a long way as well. A general include in sealed, a very good, interesting martial artist for your fun casual teams. Not part of the super competitive market, but that's fine. Everything's fine. We love this game. It's a fun game. All right. Next up, Lockup. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City police keywords. Criminals will never escape on my watch. Plasticity, and that's traded. Special defense power, barrier. Opposing characters adjacent to 2 or more Lockup's barriers modify their speed by -2. A very effective power on the first 3 clicks, and he's got 40 points. Sidestep, incapacitate. He's a really incapacitating type of character. Exploit weakness with PD team ability. I like Lockup a lot. I would play him on some really cool casual teams. I would definitely play him in sealed for sure, just to get that lockdown. That speed penalty, as it were, with the barrier can go a long way. One of my most excited for figures, the Scarecrow, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist. Now, we got to look at these characters when Origins happened, because they did a special draw for Battle Royale with these, so we saw some of the characters in advance. But here we go. Frozen with Fear is a special movement power. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, and Scientist. Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords, by the way. Frozen with Fear. Stealth is a special movement power. Choose a character occupying one of his smoke markers that can't use willpower. That character gains immobile until next turn, so it can make a character stop. Special attack power, Smoke Cloud. Smoke Cloud is free, but only to generate 2 markers. You may activate both in a single turn, so you can get up to 8 smoke markers with this guy in a single turn to make effective use. Exploit weakness is a special damage power. Free, choose a character occupying one of his Smoke Cloud markers that can't use willpower. That character gains battle fear until your next turn. That's great for those annoying range-based characters. He's got the special movement power, which is the Frozen with Fear, which gives him the stealth and immobile giver on his last 3 clicks. But the damage and attack power is across the first 3 clicks. This is an overall really good immobilizer. Can really open up some awesome attacks in sealed for sure. Could be a setup character in competitive play. All right, next up, the Penguin, Gotham City Underworld. Gotham Crime Boss is his trait, so we know about that, the making suited henchman. And then he's 50 points, 4 clicks with energy shield. He's, again, traded leadership and mastermind to remember. Gotham City, the Underworld keyword, team ability, I apologize. And the Batman enemy team ability. 50 points for an Outwitter with some reasonable stats. Really hard to get once you get some suited henchmen. If you pull some suited henchmen, this guy stands out a little bit more in sealed. This guy's pretty good in sealed because Outwit is a great power to have in sealed, and his stats aren't the worst. They're not the greatest, and he's not easy to hit at range. But yeah, I'd play him in sealed, play him in casual. Maybe some competitive work with Penguin on some really weird teams. I wouldn't mark the calendar on that one though for me. Mark the calendar? What does that even mean? Amber, you're supposed to be in charge of me. Robin is next. Batman family, Gotham City, and martial artist keywords. Ignores elevated terrain, hindering terrain, and characters for movement. Dynamic duo, empower, but only when adjacent to a friendly character named Batman. So he only gives Batman's +1 damage when adjacent to him and making close combat attacks. 50 points. Just a good Robin. A good Robin. Much like the first Robin. Just fun to include. All right, next up, the J-Man. Gotham City, Underworld, and future keywords. This is from Batman Beyond. As a result, you got to pay for that smile. The leadership and perplex, but only to modify an attack value on a friendly character. So you know, perplex only for attacks, which is still fine for a 50-point character who can do that with some mastermind in this set that I can actually go a distance. And he's got energy explosion. If you can get somebody out of stealth next to somebody who's in stealth, this is an overall pretty decent 50-point character that will really shine in sealed for sure. All right. Getting down there. We're almost on the uncommons here. This is the second last. Poison Ivy. Again, yes. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Sirens, and Gotham City Underworld, and the Scientist keyword. Ignores hindering from movement again. Special attack power. You owe Mother Nature a big debt, and I'm going to see that you pay it. Smoke Cloud. When removing Smoke Cloud markers you may from the map, you may generate a Pheromone Mushroom bystander, maximum 3, in one unoccupied square that had a Smoke Cloud marker. Remove a Pheromone Mushroom bystander from a map as a free action. And then she's what she sees, what you get for powers. The Pheromone Mushrooms have mind control. 3 defense, and they are autonomous, so their attacks don't count towards your thing, and they can't be chosen for mastermind. 50 points, Batman enemy team ability. She got that on her first 3 clicks, and some steel energy in a late. This is gonna be a lot of fun. This is gonna be a fun mushroom creating character that will, I think, shine better in sealed, have fun in casual, may have some neat tactics in competitive. It remains on a ruling, I think, on how those mushrooms will work. All right, Roland Daggett. He's got the Gotham Crime Boss power as well, so he's got leadership and mastermind traded. He's got special damage power. Choose an adjacent friendly character. That character can use shape changes to your next turn. A good defensive character. CEO and shareholder of Daggett Chemicals is the name of that power. He has that wit on his last 2 clicks. He's got the ability to give shape changes on the first 2 clicks. 35 points, and the fact that he can make those. This is going to be a cost-effective generator of your suited henchman. He doesn't cost a lot of points, and you can get that leadership off. You can get the suited henchman for free, and you can protect him to a certain degree, though you don't want to protect him. You want to protect something a little bit more important. And, you know, suited henchmen have warrior souls in them. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, this might see some competitive play. Very good in sealed and casual play. All right, next up. Wonder Woman. Amazon. We're in the rares now, guys. We're in the final stretch. Amazon, Justice League, and Warrior keywords. Justice League Unlimited. This is a trait shared across all of them. At the beginning of your turn, roll d6. On a 6, remove an action token from another friendly character with the Justice League keyword that's 100 points or less. Special attack power, lasso snare. Power, choose an opposing character of the same size or smaller within 5 squares in line of fire and roll d6. If the result is higher than the number of squares to that character, you may place that character adjacent to Wonder Woman. On any result, you may make a close attack. And then she's a beat stick for 75 points. Very beefy, 4 damage, 11 attack with Indomitable, and sidestep on the first bit. Sidestep doesn't make her super mobile, but she moves into charge and a late. She's just like starts high, kind of sits there in the mediocre level, and then goes high. Not a bad sealed pull, if you ask me. And a generally good character for casual play. That's there. All right. Next up, Superman. Justice League, Kryptonian, and Metropolis Reporter keywords. Justice League Unlimited trait, along with the special move power charge. Once per game, Superman can use hypersonic. That is a very Superman use of hypersonic. Just get in there the one time that he needs to be there. He doesn't zip around like Flashes do. So that's a very, very, very well done on the design team on that one. Special damage power, leadership. Adjacent friendly characters can use Mastermind, but only to choose Superman. That's pretty cool. And then you get a reasonably beefy dial for 400 points with Indomitable, Superman ally, and JLA team ability. So this guy really stands out in this world full of stealth in this set. And he's got flight. He's got that power only on his first click. Shame. But he's got a special damage power with leadership and adjacent friendly characters that can use Mastermind for his first 4 clicks. And then he turns into Battle Fury, Plasticity, keeping guys around, and Steel Energy. Sealed gold for sure. Casual fun. Not gonna be breaking the game in the competitive market, but that's, once again, that's fine. We love our casual play. All right, next up, Flash, also Central City, Justice League, and Speedster. Also has the Justice League Unlimited trait. And then he's got the Machine Gun Punches. Sidestep and Flurry is a special movement power. And then his special damage power, Probability Control, when the Flash uses it, and he's being targeted in the attack, and the attack misses him. After resolution, you may place him within 3 squares and line of fire of the attacker. And then he's 75 points. That's amazing. If you get somebody attacks you at a long range and you miss, or they hit, you prob it, and then they miss, and then all of a sudden you're in their face. I kind of like that. That's very Flash-like. The Justice League Unlimited definitely have character feel to them, and they did a fantastic job of that in design. So my applause to you. All right, next up, Green Lantern is Green Lantern Corps, Justice League, and Soldier keywords. This is John Stewart as a Green Lantern from Justice League Unlimited. Justice League Unlimited trait, of course, a special attack power, Green Lantern Power Ring, free, choose one. Ignores blocking and blows through it for line of fire, which means you can go through one piece of blocking terrain when drawing a line of fire. Close combat expert, range combat expert, giant reach 3, or barrier. Green Lantern can use the chosen power or ability until your next turn. 75 points. So you like that Green Lantern ring is kind of making the things for him. He's got the Green Lantern team ability and JLA. This is going to be a good guy in Sealed for sure because of his ability to pick up your team. Because mobility is hard to come by in a set that's lacking in a lot of flight. JLA the JLA team ability will increase his movement while he's doing that. Overall, just a pretty okay dude for casual and competitive or Sealed play. All right, next up, we're almost there. Okay, Poison Ivy, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords ignores hindering for movement. Do you like my little beauties? They seem to like you. Is her special attack power. Smoke Cloud as free, but only to generate 3 markers. At the end of each opponent's turn, deal 1 damage to each opposing character occupying or adjacent to a Smoke Cloud marker generated by Poison Ivy. She has special defense powers, super senses. Poison Ivy can modify her defense by +1 for each adjacent Smoke Cloud marker generated by her. Don't you hurt them is her special defense power name. 65 points. This is a neat. I like this character a lot. I like what she does. I wish that Smoke Cloud thing was traded. The fact that it's for the first 3 clicks makes it a little. But regen can get her up there. She's got some lethal poison to help. Effective use of Smoke Cloud in a set with a lot of stealth can really go a long way with her. So not bad, not great, not bad. All right. Next up, Lex Luthor, as played by Clancy Brown, one of my favorite voice actors. And he's a pretty great actor in person as well. Legion of Doom, Metropolis, Politician, and Scientist keywords. Diplomatic immunity is his first trait. Lex Luthor takes a maximum of 1 damage as long as he's adjacent to a friendly character, so he doesn't take much damage. He's hard to kill. That's pretty cool. I think that's traded, and then he gets that for 4 clicks. That's awesome. Special other trait. Special other traits. Sorry, guys. Who do you think is really in charge? Who do you think is really in charge here? Characters can't choose Lex Luthor when choosing Mastermind. So you can't Mastermind to him to use that. Can only take 1 damage thing. Sorry, guys. It was a great idea, but you can't do it. Special damage power. President. Do you know how much power I would give up to become president? Leadership, Outwit, and Perplex. And he has that on his first 2 clicks. 50 points. This is a great Sealed pick. Great casual pick. There's potential in competitive play for this guy, so I'm not going to discount him because 50 points, that takes 1 damage at a time as long as it's adjacent to a friendly with this selection of powers. Yeah, you might see some competitive play for sure. Next up, Jervis Tetch. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld, and Scientist keywords. Mind Control Circuitry is his trait. Mind Control. When Jervis Tetch uses Mind Control after resolutions, give a hit character a trance token. When Jervis Tetch uses Mind Control, you may choose a character with a trance token to target regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency. If you do, immediately after actions resolve, remove all trance tokens from opposing characters. Special movement power. When an opposing character within... Master Manipulator. When an opposing character within range and line of fire with a trance token would move, you may choose the first square that character moves in. That's obnoxious. That's amazing. 60 points for this guy. This guy's going to be the most obnoxious thing you've ever run into in Sealed. Could very well finds his way into competitive play. Casual, this is good. This is that guy who's going to lead to either laughs or cursing at the game table. That's for sure. I'm not sure which one it is yet. I have to give him a try first. All right. Next up, Bruce Wayne. Batman family, Gotham City, detective and future keywords. Special trait, very good then, Mr. McGinnis. During force construction, you may choose another character with Batman family keyword to become Bruce Wayne's apprentice. What does that mean? Well, let's find out. Special attack power, I accept nothing short of excellence. Once per turn, when Bruce Wayne's apprentice would miss an attack, you may re-roll that attack roll. If you do, and Bruce Wayne's apprentice is named Batman Beyond, increase the result of the attack roll by +1. So an autoplay in Sealed if you pull that nice common Batman Beyond. Special defense power, don't forget about the dog. Stop, combat reflexes. When this click is first revealed, you may generate an ace bystander. He's a good dog. Ignores characters for movement, 18 defense with defend, battle fury, charge, and precision strike. So he makes it really hard to roll out of super senses, and you cannot shape change against this dog. He is a good dog. Special damage power, welcome to my world. Outwit, at the beginning of your turn, you may choose that Bruce Wayne can't use Outwit. If you do, Bruce Wayne's apprentice can use Outwit until your next turn. This is really awesome for 40 points. This actually, hand in hand with the Batman Beyond, could do a lot of work. I have to do some research on that one. So I'm not going to discount Bruce Wayne when combined with the Batman Beyond, or even, could make something Batman family really good. All right, before we move into the super rares, let's take a look, guys, at the fast forces that we got from our friends over at WizKids as well. All right, so first up, we have professionalism. I promise we have professionalism. We have Batman. So, figure number 101. Batman family, Gotham City, detective and scientist keywords. Ignores hindering for movement. Grappling hook. Free. Choose a character within 3 squares. In line of fire, that's a different elevation that's currently currently occupied. Place Batman in that square. After resolutions, Batman may make a close attack. So that's wow. Cool. That's really cool for 150 points. And that's traded. So, and the 100 point has a 12 attack with 3 damage. This is a fast force character. Jeez Louise, this is really good. Definitely going to be wrecking house in casual play, that's for sure. Great way to teach people some of the new tricks of the game, because that's what fast forces are really for. And just wow, I haven't wowed at a fast force character in a while, at least on their offensive turns. All right, next up, figure number 102. Robin. He's also got swing line, so it does the same thing. Ignores hindering for movement, and he's a 50-point dial with the swing line, of course, and indomitable. Generally, just okay, cool. Not quite the wow factor that Batman has, but still okay. All right. Next up, the Joker. All right. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, Underworld. What's it gonna be? Bats, catch me or save Gotham. The Joker takes a maximum of 2 damage from an opponent's attack. When the Joker takes damage from an opponent's attack, after resolutions, generate a standard light object named the Joker Bomb within 4 squares. At the beginning of your turn, heal the Joker 1. Click if there are 1 or more unheld Joker Bomb objects on the map. He cannot be healed any other way. He's got special attack power when the Joker attacks. If his attack roll is doubles, modify damage by +3. 75 points, probability control. Once again, much like Batman. Wow! Very cool characters coming out of this Fast Forces. I want to play these, as a matter of fact. I've never had this. This is a weird feeling. What do I do, Amber? What do I do? All right, next up, Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Sirens, Gotham City Underworld, Scientist, ignores hindering for movement, grow and spread is a trait, Smoke Cloud, Poison Ivy modifies your defense by +1 for each 2 distinct squares of hindering terrain adjacent to her. She's got a special other trait, Instantaneous Germination. Free, generate a biting vine bystander, maximum 3, into a square of hindering terrain within 10 squares. Free, remove a biting vine bystander from the map. And so that because it has a max 3. And the Biting Vines have Flurry, Giant Reach of 2, are autonomous, have a 9 attack with 2 damage. It is immobile if Biting Vine does not occupy hindering terrain, KO it. All right. Next, that's, again, very cool Poison Ivy, and can't beat that 75-point price tag on her. All right. We move next to Catwoman. Ignores hindering for movement, Batman, family, Gotham City Sirens, Gotham City Underworld, keywords. I'm at my best in the shadows. Trait, sidestep with stealth, and then she's got a special attack power, giant reach of 2. A pretty good 50 points, kind of your bad guy version of the Robin dial, you know, very, very okay. She's got the calculator team ability, which is a wild card. I think that kind of, I don't know if that's still on the new team abilities thing, but either way, very neato Catwoman, very okay. All right, next up, Harley Quinn. Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Sirens, Gotham City Underworld, and Scientist keywords. Ain't We the Greatest is her special damage power, which gives her Perplex when Harley Quinn uses it. If she does not choose damage and targets a friendly character named Poison Ivy, Catwoman, or the Joker, and modify the chosen value by +2. So pretty good Perplex on the first 3 clicks for 50 points. That works with those specific characters. Could go a long way. If there's, you know, one you find yourself using. All right. Back to the main set, guys. We're in the final, absolute real final stretch. I'm going to start first with the Joker. Joker has Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld keywords. Giver of the Christmas present. The Joker may start the game with the number 3 Christmas present equipped. I'll show you guys that in a second. Jingle Bells, Batman smells. Robin laid an egg. Gives him charge, plasticity, and sidestep and special movement power. Special damage power. Batmobile lost a wheel and the Joker got away. Hey! Outwit Perplex. When the Joker uses either, his minimum range value is 9. 75 points. Not a bad Joker. There's that call-in ID card that you can use it for from the cons. That can help him out a lot. He also comes with this present, and this is also usable external of him. So let's take a look at this. It is equip friendly, so only friendly characters can equip it. Unequip KO, when unequipped KO this object. And a character with this object can use its effect. Its effect is roll a d6. On a 1, you're no fun, Batman. Christmas present is KO'd. On a 2 to 5, pie in the face. This turn, this character can use Incapacitate with a range value of 3 as free. On a 6, drop the family off. Choose an opposing character within 6 squares and line of fire. That character can't be given actions except move actions during its next turn. That's a pretty good thing. Good thing that's only on the 6. It's like I said, this could go somewhere in that call-in ID, and maybe the present might see more action than the Joker himself. All right, next up, super rare Clayface, Gotham City Underworld, Brute, Celebrity, and Monster keywords. This just looks amazing. So good. All right, renew you. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that pun in the show. Shape change is his trait. When Clayface uses it and succeeds, give him a Renew You token. Whenever Clayface rolls a single d6 for a power he's using, after rolling, you may remove any number of Renew You tokens to increase the result by +1 for each token removed. He's got a special damage power, Battle Fury, giant reach of X, where X is the number of Renew You tokens Clayface has. He's got a very fat dial at 125 points with the Batman enemy team ability. Very, very sealed, strong, very, I wish... slightly better in competitive play, but this is gonna be a cool character to play in a casual game or a competitive game for sure. All right, next up, just a couple more to go here. Ink. Gotham City Underworld feature monster and spies from Batman Beyond. Ignores elevator for movement. Mutagenic experiment. Free. Choose 1. Stealth, shape change, tiny, or giant reach 2. Ink can use the chosen power or ability until your next turn. Special movement. Liquid polymorph. Hypersonic. Sidestep. If Ink occupies water terrain, she modifies your combat values by -1. She can't use hypersonic speed or sidestep. Special defense power. Shadow meld. Super senses. Energy shield. Deflection. Autoplay and sealed for sure because she's really reasonably costed for her small as heck negative, and just generally really interesting character for sealed. Wish she could have made it to competitive play. All right, wrapping up in the last 2. First we start with figure number 63, Superfriends Batman. All right, so all the Superfriends have this Trouble Alert trait. Sideline active. Friendly characters have free If this character critical missed this turn or made the third attack this turn to miss all opposing targets, place a character from your sideline that can use a trouble or trait adjacent on its blue starting line. At the beginning of your turn, if Batman started the game due to the trouble or trait, roll d6 on a 4 to 6, deal Batman 1 unavoidable damage. They all have that trait. All the chases will have this, and they all have this special thing which they're weak against. In this case, stopping to lecture about science, my occasional weakness. The occasional weakness traits. Characters that can use Perplex modify attack by +2 when attacking only Batman. Characters that can use Perplex modify defense 2 when Batman attacks them. It's got a special attack power. My utility belt has everything but smoke is usually best. Smoke Cloud, when Batman uses it and doesn't already have one, give him a worse idea token. Free, remove a worse idea token and choose a standard attack power. Batman can use the chosen power until your next turn. And then he's got a series of standard powers that they had to put in the book because there's so much writing on the front. So for free, you can bring him in on this dial, which has the utility belt and the outwit, along with 2 clicks of prob. And then he starts with some outwit and prob here for a 60-point dial. Both are fairly playable. You're gonna see the 30-point dial in competitive play. The blue lines expect to see these guys on sidelines once the set rolls into the market, because missing on that third one, critically missing, get a free character. Who can argue with that? So, Batman brings out wit. That means he can also negate his weakness should you think that's going to be a problem. All right, next up. Final character, the Flash. He's also got a trouble alert trait. He's Justice League and Super Friends. The other Batman was also Batman Family, Justice League and Super Friends. Sorry. A trouble alert trait. His occasional weakness is characters with sidestep. He's got a special movement power, flight with passenger 0, and he gets hypersonic speed. That's so you don't understand. Like, some people are kind of confused by that. They give him flight and passenger 0, even though hypersonic gives him 0, because he's not always using hypersonic, but he can fly. Kind of, does that make sense? Because only sometimes he can fly. He's got a special attack power, excite. High-speed molecular action, telekinesis, and pulse wave with a range of 4. And he has that on his last 2 clicks, but he does come in with probability control along with his special move power on a 30-point dial. 60-point is fairly playable. Both of these are very playable and sealed if you pull them, play them, why not? Or pull them on your sideline if you can't fit them in. So generally, these chases are going to be seen on your sidelines a lot. All right, let's wrap this up, guys. Special thanks to WizKids for providing us with this really awesome set. There's a lot going on in this set. It's a little on the small side on points, kind of similar to Joker's Wild, but overall it's a great fun set. Always a ton of fun figures, and the chases really stack up in the competitive market. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys for future shows. Thanks again to WizKids for providing us with this wonderful brick and the Fast Forces, which we got to see the pieces of, along with the dice token set. It was all a great treat to get from you guys. In the meantime, have a good one, guys.